Hello, my beautiful YouTube and internet friends. So what do you do right in front of a bad news conversation where you already know that you are the one that they have to let go? My channel is all about showing you how you can do your art journaling, mixed media and crafting on a low budget. My name is Ilona, better known on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and WordPress as Picture for Life. On my channel you will find a lot of easy and free tutorial videos for art journaling and mixed media, as well as a lot of tips and tricks to do your art journaling, mixed media and crafting on a low budget. I'm all about keeping it simple, even if it looks difficult. Trust me, it's not. So if you like to see more low budget, mixed media and art journaling, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you know when I upload a new video. So what do you do right in front of a bad news conversation where you already know that you are the one that they have to let go? I really was in a bad shape. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I really wasn't thinking straight. I couldn't get my thoughts in order. It was just one big chaos in my head and in my life. So I went in my room, took a piece of paper and just started working on something. I had no plan. I just needed to not be in my head because there was so much already in my head. It was filled up. I just took some of my supplies. The only thing I knew was that I wanted my page to represent how I felt. So it needed to be messy and rough, a lot of texture. It couldn't be smooth and neat, because that was not how I was feeling. So the first thing I went for was a paint that I have, which is a structure paint. It has all these grains in it. And I thought I could try and use it to do some stenciling. While working on this page, I was listening to a song. It's called Oceans. It's a Christian song. It's a song that really speaks to me. And at this point I was feeling like the oceans, the waves were coming over me. I don't know if you ever been to the ocean and had these waves, these gigantic waves, and you were trying to swim and you were swept off your feet and rolling through the waves like I was at the bottom of the ocean. You were scraped over the sand. I remember I had all these scrape wounds from being dragged over the ocean floor. I once experienced that when I was in France and was not a really great experience, I can tell you. It was frightening. That was what I was thinking about when I listened to the song while making this page, that the waves were taking over and throwing me in a direction I didn't want to go in. So that's where the theme of this page came from. So the first layer I started with was a layer of stenciling. And then I wanted to add more texture and more roughness, and I had this band-aid. Somehow everything on this page also is symbolic, like the band-aid. You don't need a band-aid if you're not hurt, and I was really hurt. That's where the band-aid came in. And I cut a piece off and it was too neat, so I ripped and torn and pulled it out so it had holes in it. And then I added it to my page with some thick glue. It's transparent Hardtex. It's a kind of a textile harder, and it works great for this. And then it needed even more texture, so I got out they're kind of art stones, but then the really fine one. It kind of looks like little beads. And I sprinkled those over my glue so it would stick to my page, and added some glue over it again. Okay, now my base is done. I later add in the opposite corner the same thing again, just to give it some more balance. I think I cut it out of the video because otherwise it was too long. But I'm going further and now I'm adding the color. I have some spray paints that are not spraying anymore, probably because of the fact that I'm not cleaning my nozzles. But anyways, they mostly cannot spray anymore. So I'm dropping my spray paints onto my page, and then it's kind of really thick paint. So I'm adding water to it to make it run. And I'm using two colors. I'm using a kind of teal blue and a cobalt blue. And I'm missing a piece of footage here. I guess I turned off the camera and did something else in between. I don't remember. But anyways, I'm just keep adding color to it. So now I'm at the part where you can see that I added my texture at the opposite corner as well. And now it's time to bring in some more depth. And the way that I do that is, in this case, you can do it in so many ways, but in this case I had my Mars Graphics Duo markers from Staedtler, which is a watercolor marker. And I'm adding 3 colors, one purple, one blue and one teal blue color. And I go over the parts where I stenciled very lightly with my marker, and then take a pencil and some water to spread it out and make it a little bit softer in some of the areas. And I do that with the blue and the purple one. Because you take more than one color, it gives some more depth to your page. The next step is taking a dark blue watercolor marker and just touching the edges so I can frame my page a little bit. And after that I'm taking my brush again with water, going over it. But it didn't feel like it was dark enough in the end. So I added up doing it again with my black Stabilo oil pencil. And I don't remember if I used water or just my finger to rub it out. If you use water, it's really turning up black, and if you just use your finger, it's kind of more of a softer color. And I think I did that because it's kind of more soft. And you can make your border as thick or as thin as you want, depending on what you like. Mine is really thin. On some places it's a little thicker, but mostly it's a really thin edge. And then I looked at it and it felt it was not done yet, it needed more. And I remembered that I brought some kind of a really special seaweed, and I brought it from, where was it, Malta or Portugal? I think it was Portugal. And they had seaweed that was really red, and I'd never seen that before. And kind of like, it was kind of beautiful when it was laying in the water. It was kind of really fine. Oh, it's not explainable, so let's not try. If I can explain it in Dutch, I really can't explain it in English anyways. So it's just kind of pretty. So I took it home and I dried it, or actually I dried it there. I think I laid it in the sun, and it became hard, and it kind of looks like a bush with really fine branches on it. And I thought that would be perfect to add to my page. It's another color, another texture, and it's something that speaks to me and something that I took from a beach. And it's nice to use those things in your projects. So I put that on my page as well to give it even a more ocean-like feel for me. Then I thought it needed some extra interest, so I took out a few stamps, compass, and the second one is a piece of rope. It kind of represents hanging by a thread or something like that. And I especially like it when I use a color of ink that blends in with my background. But the best way to keep your stamps muted, if you wanted to have them really blending in with your background, is using a color that is similar to your background colors. So, and then I am adding my text, and it says "When Oceans Rise," and that's just a phrase from the song. I will add a link in my description, the video, so you can listen to the song. I encourage you to use your art. The thing is, when I'm feeling down, my creativity also goes down. So after making this page, I felt just as sad as before I started the page, but I still was able to kind of rearrange my thoughts somehow, if that makes any sense. During this corona crisis, a lot of people are in uncertainty. Maybe you're just like me and you lost your job and you don't know how to go on or whatever. I don't know where you are at this point. I have some more videos where I am coping with feelings during this corona crisis. So if you want to look at those, I will also put them in the description below so you can find them. I hope you stay safe and be healthy and can use your art to work through some of the stuff you are facing in your life right now. Hang in there, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you back with my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye everybody. So if you like to see more low budget, mixed media and art journaling, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you